Look at the lame, inane things that he said. He's so stupid, he can't even say anything clever or smooth. He's a moron. It makes me so angry that this country has gotten to this point, that this fool, this bozo, has wound up where he has.
Of joy, but of relief at least, that he's potentially facing some consequences, because as you've said before, this guy's a con artist.
Did Robert De Niro just unravel the mystery of Melania's silence? His fiery words on live TV left jaws on the floor and Trump scrambling for his favorite insult book. But what exactly was said that struck such a nerve? Oh, it gets personal, very personal. Before we move on, I would like you to subscribe to the channel and like the video. Robert De Niro has spent decades cementing his legacy as one of Hollywood's greatest actors, but in recent years, he's taken on a role that even he couldn't script.
I'm gonna say one thing, fuck Trump. I owe this city a lot. And that's why it's so weird that Donald Trump is just across the street. Because he doesn't belong in my city. They bought into his bullshit. Trump bought their votes with outrageous lies and empty promises.
Trump's most relentless critic, his sharp tongue and refusal to hold back, turned him into a kind of anti-Trump mascot for critics of the former president. It wasn't just a few offhand comments either. De Niro went all in, branding Trump a stupid fraud pig during interviews and calling him a national embarrassment on public platforms.
Do you think he pretends to be dumber than he is to confuse people and make them think, no, you think he's...
No. I don't think so. No, he's more than that to me. He's sick. He is really, genuinely a sick person that somehow has been allowed it. And I'm not calling him, I'm tired of calling him names. He just can't be anywhere near the office of the presidency.
While some wrote it off as typical Hollywood political chatter, it quickly became clear that De Niro wasn't playing for laughs. He meant every word. Of course, Trump didn't miss the opportunity to clap back, labeling De Niro as a washed-up actor, accusing him of being low IQ, and essentially dismissing his insults as the ramblings of someone trying to stay relevant.
Look at the lame, inane things that he said. He's so stupid, he can't even say anything clever or smooth. He's a moron. It makes me so angry that this country has gotten to this point, that this fool, this bozo, has wound up where he has.
Of joy, but of relief at least, that he's potentially facing some consequences, because as you've said before, this guy's a con artist.
His supporters followed suit, filling social media with their own takedowns of the two-time Oscar-winning actor. This feud wasn't just noise though, it was personal, and things only escalated when De Niro took the stage at the Cannes Film Festival in 2018 and didn't just criticize Trump, but compared him to Mussolini. That particular speech was so fiery, it might as well have come with a fire extinguisher. But why did De Niro's words hit so hard with the public?
Yeah, he's so stupid. He's a con, a bullshit artist, a mutt who doesn't know what he's talking about, doesn't do his homework, doesn't care, thinks he's gaming society, doesn't pay his taxes. I mean, he's so blatantly stupid. He's a punk, he's a dog, he's a pig.
According to cultural critics, his cutting remarks about Trump provided a voice for those who were already fatigued by the never-ending chaos of his presidency. His blatant honesty resonated, not because it was polite or politically correct, but precisely because it wasn't. People were frustrated, and De Niro articulated that frustration in the way only a New Yorker turned Hollywood legend could. And then the focus shifted. De Niro's biting critiques didn't just stay on Trump's policies or personality, they veered into more personal territory, even touching on Melania. He blasted Trump's fitness as a husband and suggested Melania's absence from critical public moments wasn't coincidental. That crack opened a floodgate of speculation about their marriage.
I owe this city a lot. And that's why it's so weird that Donald Trump is just across the street. Because he doesn't belong in my city.
Past 8 years, we've heard you talk about the former president. You have called him a fraud, a con artist. You've said he's...
The bottom line is, it's Biden versus Trump. We want to live in a world that we want to live in and enjoy living in, or live in a nightmare. Vote for Trump, and you'll get the nightmare.
Dragging Melania into the spotlight she had tried so hard to avoid. And the silence that followed, it said more than any statement ever could. Melania Trump has always been a bit of a question mark, hasn't she? While most first ladies take on the role of their husband's biggest cheerleader, waving from campaign trails, attending endless public events, and delivering perfectly rehearsed speeches, Melania has always stood apart. Or more accurately, she's often stood very far away. Her intermittent appearances during Trump's campaigns raised eyebrows, and her famous refusal to hold his hand at highly publicized events became almost a meme. But was this distance mere aloofness or something deeper? That's the mystery Robert De Niro used as ammunition. Some argue her silence is a sign of loyalty. She may disagree with her husband on certain things, but chooses to support him quietly rather than publicly adding to the drama. Others, however, aren't buying it. They point to her body language, crossed arms, the occasional eye roll, or her habit of walking slightly ahead of Trump as subtle signs of annoyance.
I just don't understand people could buy it. I just don't know. It's all an act in a certain way. It's all out of insecurity. He's deeply, deeply insecure. He's created some new language as far as describing somebody in his mental condition.
A way to communicate without saying a word. And then there are the people who see this as outright rebellion. They argue Melania's rare appearances and cool demeanor are all part of a quiet protest against her role as First Lady and maybe against Trump himself. Critics have long speculated about the dynamic between the former president and his third wife. Political analysts have commented on her unique position, with one cultural historian noting, Melania's silence almost functions like a megaphone. It lets the people project whatever they want onto her. This contrasts starkly with past first ladies like Michelle Obama, whose openness created a sense of accessibility. Melania, on the other hand, has become a canvas for conspiracy theories and endless guessing games, which De Niro used to his advantage.
He's a what's it, Tammy Faye and the other one.
Yes.
It's the same thing, you know, give us your money, we're gonna save you. Yeah, televangelist. Yeah. He is a malignant narcissist. He's a socio-psychopath.
De Niro didn't just question Trump's presidency, he made it personal. On live TV, he said Melania's distant behavior spoke volumes more than any speech ever could, an icy critique aimed directly at Trump's ego. Unsurprisingly, this jab sent Trump into meltdown mode, unraveling his defenses in ways we're about to unpack next. Stay tuned. Robert De Niro's words weren't just Hollywood theatrics. They struck at the core of Trump's carefully curated image. By pointing out cracks in Trump's personal life, like Melania's detachment, De Niro highlighted what many were already whispering, that the chaos extended far beyond politics and into Trump's private world. And isn't that the real sting? This isn't just about one actor versus one politician. It's about the bravery to speak uncomfortable truths when others are too afraid or too complicit. As the public, it's on us to pay attention, ask questions, and keep the heat on those who'd rather let egos run the show.